Do you get frustrated when your FIFA Ultimate Team player shoots like that? Well, I do, as you can see. But luckily, I found the guys at Foot Helper who helped me not to make my players shoot like absolute Josh McGinnises. And they can help you as well. If you want your weekend league games doing for you, if you want a bit of guidance, if you want some tips and tricks, you can, ask those to do it for a price, and you can get a discount if you use my code OldGrandpaJoe at checkout for 20% off your order. Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the preview for Northampton Town versus Hull City on Saturday the 26th of September, 3 PM kickoff at the PTS Academy Stadium. You can watch this game on I Follow Tigers live for £10. You may notice that there is a bit of change in the font on this main screen, and there's a change in the font everywhere throughout this preview. That is because there has been an update done to my software, and it's completely messed up my font. So I updated my computer, which therefore did something to Photoshop when I make these graphics, and it's completely messed up the font. So I've had to find a new one, and this is the best compromise I can get. I know it's not the same, and I know the old one looked better, but this is the best I can do. And let's crack on into the team news, where there'll be yet another change in the font. Richie Smallwood will sit out of Hull City's trip to Northampton this weekend. Smallwood came off injured in the 17th minute of the Tigers' 5-1 Carabao Cup defeat to West Ham United at the London Stadium, and Grant McCann confirmed his captain will sit out this weekend. Tom Eaves is closing in on a return to full fitness. New signing Hakib Adelukan might feature. Grant McCann has no other injury and has no other absentees, which is class. Ref watch. The referee is Alan Young, with Andrew Aylott and Martin Holmes as the two linos. The fourth official is Stuart Butler. On to the stats then. Malik Wilkes has scored 3 goals in his last 3 games. Hull City had 5 shots at the London Stadium. Of those 5 shots, 4 were on target. City had 38.4% of possession against West Ham. What do I think then? Let's hope the West Ham game's just a slip-up, please. I pray that it has no lasting moral impact. We can't underestimate Northampton. Play Wilkes as a number 9. On to the head-to-head battles then. It's Hakib Adelukan. That confirms I do think he will play, going up against Joseph Mills, and Jordi de Vries will have to stop Matt Warburton. Moving on then to, not the opposite view, but again, and just another view this weekend. The opposite view has faded back just for this weekend, I hope, because I couldn't find any Northampton fans. And we've got Grimsby in the week, I believe. So I'll have to get my book of contacts out and try and book a Grimsby fan, or if not, get another City fan on. Anyway, today we've got my mate Kieran. He's and there's no other way to describe it. An absolutely massive Hull City fan. Quite simply, he's travelled all over the place watching this club, as have I, but I believe he's done more stadiums than me. He turns up every game, sees all the players. His knowledge about the football club is incredible. He's so knowledgeable about Hull City that if he goes on Mastermind, remember that show on the BBC, his specialist subject will be Hull City. He's phenomenal lad, and he's just going to talk to you a little bit about what he thinks about the season so far, how it's gone, talking about the new signings, things like that. So, Kieran, it's over to you.
Hi there, so I'm a huge Hull City fan, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on the season so far. So I think we've started the season relatively well. We've won most of our games, and we were doing alright up until the West Ham game. And I know they're a Premier League side, but it was quite disappointing given how well we played against Leeds and obviously came away with the win. So it is quite... Hopefully it's just a blip, but obviously the captain Smallwood got injured, and hopefully he's not going to be out for long and he can get back to playing as soon as possible, because I think we need his sort of leadership qualities. But yeah, so hopefully the West Ham game was just a blip. Well, considering we've lost Leo De Silva, I thought he was going to be quite a big player for us this season. But obviously, he's gone. But we have plenty of midfielders that can replace him with plenty of talent. But I think we started the season against Sunderland alright. We didn't play great, but we won the game. That was the main. And then, what was it? I think it was the Gillingham. Oh no, it was the Leicester under 21s next. And I was quite disappointed we didn't win that. And I was quite disappointed more the experienced players didn't play. But then again, we have the game against Grimsby and Harrogate, and hopefully we'll win them. And they'll help us progress into the further rounds. So hopefully, we were unfortunate to lose the penalty in the last minute. So hopefully, that's not going to mean too much. And then, obviously, we started the league against Gillingham away, and I thought that was a solid win, 2-0. Two really good goals. Josh McGuinness somehow scoring. I don't know how that occurred, but obviously it was great to see Keane Lewis Potter scoring. Hopefully he'll score plenty of goals this season. I think we've made some decent signings. Smallwood, for example. I think we made some pretty good signings, which will hopefully do well. And then was it the Leeds game next, and that was a fantastic match. I thought if we can play like that all season, that confident and solid, I think we will. If we can play like that all season, I'm sure we'll get top 2, but we'll see. And then, obviously, we won to Crewe, 1-0. We just about won that, and hopefully, players like Jordi Device and Reece Beck can get a bit more confidence in him, and they just need a bit more confidence, if you know what I mean. The great players, and hopefully, Device especially, hopefully he can become one of our best players this season, given if he gets his confidence back. And Matt Ingram as well, for example, he looks great. Why not carry on playing Matt Ingram as the number 1 at the minute? He's doing well. So we just about won against Crewe, and then obviously the West Ham game, like I said, that was disappointing, but hopefully we'll see on the weekend, and hopefully we'll win that game. But overall, I think I'm quite happy with the season so far. We've made some good, solid transfers in reality, and we look like a really good League One team. And obviously McCann's supposed to be a great League One manager, so we'll see how that pans out. And hopefully Eves can come back as well, and because he's supposed to be a great League One player, and hopefully he can get a lot of goals with KLP up front. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much to Kieran for that. Again, his Instagram's in the description, so check it out. As you can see on this page, the actual blocks for the form guide font haven't changed, but the font around it has. So, yeah, we are in good form. 3 wins in the last 5. Northampton a bit wishy-washy. Won the last time out against Shrewsbury. Lost 4-0 to Bristol City, which can't have been great. Drew with Wimbledon on the opening day of the League One season. They started their season off with a 3-0 victory at home to Cardiff. So this side, as I said in what I think, we can't underestimate these guys. Because they beat Cardiff 3-0, who beat us 3-0 on the last day of last season. They beat them 3-0. This Northampton side, yes, they've just come up from League 2, but they're a good side. As Crewe were a good side. This game will be a very similar game to the Crewe one, I personally think. It might just be about grinding a result, taking our chances, being more prolific. So, it might be a similar game to the Crewe one. Onto the league table then, Hull City still in 3rd. As you can see, the Carabao Cup table will end there at round 3, having lost 5-1 to West Ham. Not proud, but we move. EFL Trophy Group H North, as Kieran touched on in his bit, we've put that Leicester result behind us, and we need to really, really build on the stats of the season that we've had against Leeds, against Crewe, against Gillingham, against the teams that we've beaten. We need to climb Well, we need to climb up that EFL Trophy Group H Northern table. We need to go. We need to get further. Because this is a competition we can win. It shouldn't be a priority, but it's a competition that we can win. If everything's alright by the time the final rolls around in about February, March time, it's a trip to Wembley for us City fans. We know that the current restrictions put in place by the government could be in place for up to 6 months. We need to hope that everything's alright by then. Because if City get to Wembley, I don't care. I want to go. And if the opportunity's there to win a trophy, why not let's go and do it? It's not priority. Priority is getting promoted. But it'd be a nice trophy to win, or at least get far in, personally. Because Grimsby and Harrogate, we can beat them. We can beat them. And we need to get up into first or second to stand any chance. Literally, to stand any chance of getting in this competition. To get into the knockout rounds. Anyway, around the grounds on League One Matchday 3, Sunderland face Peterborough United. Accrington Stanley face Oxford at home. Crew Alexandra, that's a typo again, but it's an old Grandpa Joe preview, so there's bound to be mistakes in there. You've come to expect it by now. Face MK Dons, the city with too many roundabouts. They're not in there. Doncaster Rovers face Bristol Rovers. Fleetwood Town face AFC Wimbledon. Ipswich Town play Rochdale at Portman Road. Portsmouth welcome Wigan Athletic to Fratton Park. Plymouth Argyle play Shrewsbury Town. Gillingham welcome Blackpool to the Priestfield Stadium. Swindon Town face Burton Albion. And on Sunday, Lincoln City play Charlton Athletic. On to shared shirts now. It is Matt Ingram, who did play for Northampton before joining QPR, I believe. I'm just going to check now. No, he was out on loan at Northampton from QPR in 2017-18. Yeah, Matt Ingram in his loan spell with Northampton played 20 times. Since that Northampton loan spell during his time at Queen's Park Rangers, he spent a part of 2018 on loan at Wycombe, just playing just the once at his hometown club, born in High Wycombe, Matt Ingram. And after that loan spell, he featured a bit around the QPR first team during 2018-19, and at the end of that season, he was Grant McCann's first signing as Hull City manager, joining us from QPR. Since then, he has played. I've just looked it on here and it says 3 games. He's definitely not played 3 games. Apparently that's correct as of the 19th of September. Okay. Matt Ingram played against Preston, played against Rotherham last season, played against Luton last season, then he played against Sunderland, Gillingham, Leeds and Crewe. So he's played, 7 times. He's played 7 times in a Hull City shirt so far. On to my predicted team then. Matt Ingram is in goal against his old club. Back four of Josh Emanuel, Jordi Device taking the captain's armband. I'm not sure who'll take it. It might be Batty. If Louis Coyle starts, it might be Louis Coyle. But I personally think he'll give it to Jordi Device because he was the captain last season. Reece Burke and Callum Elder with Dan Batty, George Honeyman and Greg Docherty, a midfield trio. Hakeeb Adalukan, as you can see there, he's got the number 16 on his top. So I'm guessing that he's wearing the number 16. So I've put him as the number 16 on the graphic. Hakeeb Adalukan on the right, Keane Lewis Potter on the left, and it's Malik Wilkes leading the line. The bench is George Long, Louis Coyle, James Scott, Alfie Jones, Thomas Mayer, Josh McGuinness and Callum Jones. That is the team in full. Yeah. I've realised that still says Louis Coyle. That should say Josh Emanuel. Hold on a minute, let me fix. There we go, that's that sorted. I was faffing about with doing all the new graphic stuff before because all the font had changed on here as well. And yeah, I've also put the logos in the top left because I'd forgotten to do that as well, seemingly. Anyway, predicted score, as I said earlier, I think it'll be a bit like the Crew game, and I think it will be a 1-0 victory for Hull City. And that is where we'll leave this preview. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. There's over 50% of you lot watching that aren't subscribed to the Old Grandpa Joe YouTube channel. What the bloody hell are you doing? Press that big red button today and help me get to 1.5k before the end of the year. I think we're going to do it. I think we'll do it, but any bit of help is welcome. Please click that big red button, like the video, share the video with your friends, get them to subscribe. You know, we've got a very nice community on this channel. I read through every single comment. I reply to you lot. So we've got a community on this channel. It's not just me and you, it's us. It's us. And we're going to keep it that way. Like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Up the Tigers. Bye-bye.